Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Car on the wrist, holding the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, holding the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, car on the wrist, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, holding the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cause I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Ready, 180, 53. Here we go, D, all day, defense, all day.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to...
On second down, McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards and a Panther first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit.
10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready, ready. Check, 53's mine. Gun. Ready.
On second and 11 now. Newton under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long. Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
I don't need to.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Mahomes. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Tight dog. Check, 59. Watch the screen.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
This is similar to baseball, where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Here we go,
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
First and 10.
Here we go. They can't hang with us. 20.
On first down, it's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
53, Mike 53. Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 7, Panthers nothing.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Target. Check 52. 8.
Here's Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
65.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Check back.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 7 yards away as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point try good by Gano, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Slam. Kill. Bang. Rush in. Whip. Watch the whip. Shoot. Attack. Rip left. Mike's 59.
Now here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Yellow, 180. Check, you know it. It's on field. It's on field. Hey, it's all right. Check 26, check 26.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do that.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
I don't think you got it, son. Shit.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 39, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 39 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken very short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go. Ready?
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check. 180. 53's mine. Gun. These babies cry all the way back home, yo.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 3rd and long, it's Newton. taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Yellow, on the line, right, 54. I'm coming for you. Mine. Slam, slam, slam.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Check 43. Hey, 15.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trey Boston. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. An 80-yard touchdown. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Gano the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On first down, it's Williams. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Undercross, undercross, undercross. Back, back, back.
Again, it's Williams. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I smell fear in the offense. I smell fear in that.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Yellow. I'm the little lady. 59. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's complete. It's Bell. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync,
And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Butker now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Chiefs 20, Panthers 14. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 37-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Now Newton. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty?
The officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's Ross Cockrell that time that made the tackle.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
On first down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
On second down, Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to go down again. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a... Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. There he goes left side. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point try good by Gano. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Yellow!
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Let's run. Switch.
Mahomes now on first down. He finds Robinson and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there.
First down, Kansas City.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a 1-score game. This call down near the goal line. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the curl.
Mahomes to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
play and the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now it's Newton. And that will be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
They snap it to Newton. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chris Jones. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Mahomes going to throw it here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
20. Check 13.
Newton. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Again, Newton. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
He's not going to get me. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And an alley to run. 20. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Back up.